Hey y'all. So this is gonna start my first little segment of Let Me Talk Tuesday. And it's just, I wanted to talk about the difference in knowing if you truly believe in something or feeling like you've been conditioned to believe something your whole life or for an extended period of time in your life. And the topic I want to talk about is faith. Some context for people who may be viewing me for the first time, not knowing who I am. It's your girl, She Needs No Intro, okay? The name is going to ring bells, so remember it. She needs no intro. But to like most people who know me, she man. And, you know, my world flipped upside down last year, 2024, when I lost my son, Devontae. Just saying it, just still... It seems so freaking unreal to say out loud, but I lost my son to his fight with leukemia that we fought for all of 2024. And then November 24th, 2024 is when his fight stopped. And I'm not saying that's when my faith stopped, but my faith has shifted. And how I feel has changed. And I know we should not live our faith in feelings. So that's why I always say where I'm at right now. Because I know a lot of what I'm thinking is based on how I'm feeling. But then how are you sure what you believe is what you believe versus what you're trained or conditioned to believe? And I'm sitting here, I'm on my way home, and I'm thinking like, I have not intentionally prayed in months. I have prayed intentionally this year. But I would say for the last few months of this year, I haven't intentionally prayed and like really talked to God. I've been talking at Him, and I've been questioning Him, and I'm angry. I am riddled with anger that at times I literally feel like there is many me's inside of me clawing at me, trying to break through me, because I'm filled with so much anger. Like I'm being pulled on the inside, and I'm talking at God about these emotions, about these feelings, trying to understand why the story I was writing for my son and myself changed. Like I use the fact that you are author of your own story to my students. I say it to my son, or I said it to my son. I say it to myself. And then yet, a chapter, leukemia, became a chapter in our stories? Nah. God, make that make sense to me. But even in my anger of God, I can't help but to thank Him, praise Him, like absent-mindedly, like just traffic clears up. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I just say it. But that's a condition more so than because I truly believe I am thanking Jesus. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it's so habitual that I do it. But as I do it and I even say the name, I instantly get anger inside of me because I'm like, I'm not talking to you right now. So that's how it's like, that feeling of what I believe to believe something is true, or I'm conditioned to believe something is true. I'm reading The Handmaid's Tale right now, and that theme of being conditioned is heavy through that book. That the character believes, well, at least from where I'm at in the book, believes that her purpose, or what's happening to her, is to fulfill this greater purpose. But what's happening to her is still wrong. But she's conditioned to believe something else, or to accept something else. And I know in my heart of hearts I love God. I'm just so angry with Him right now because I prayed about if it was Devontae's plan, the design for God to take him, it would have happened sooner. At least that's what I thought. Like, why have us go through as much as we've gone through, assuming we were getting better, for it to just end the way it did? You know what I mean? And it's like, medicine won in my son's story. What the doctors said would happen if this happened or if that, it all played out accordingly. From the beginning, we knew Devontae had a very rare form of the disease, and it was resistant to chemotherapy, and that even stem cell treatment may not even. But what I believed, told myself to believe, that God is the ultimate healer, that what medicine can't do, he can do. And we knew early on the limits of medicine. So I was like, this is a perfect opportunity for God to show himself. Not only to me and my family, but so many, the doctors, the nurses, friends, family who was so tapped in and tuned in to our story. And yet, no miracle happened, bro. He never got better. He was looking better, but his disease never left him. Every bone marrow, it was always there, up until only when he passed away, his bone marrow was clear. But that was also what killed him, because he had nothing, no new cells rejuvenating in his bone marrow to get him better, to correct the organs that were failing. And a lot of his organs failed on him. And that's what ultimately took his life. And my question to God is like, where were you? Why didn't you show up? And understand, this segment is called Let Me Talk Tuesday. So please don't take anything as if I'm just saying, screw God. I'm not saying that. I'm angry and I have questions. And I'm not okay with saying my questions will be answered when in my death. No. That is not satisfying enough. That's not okay for me. I may never get my answers, but that's not going to stop me from asking and questioning. Why does this happen to people? I'm not even just talking about my son. Since my son passed, 2 other families lost their children that I was close to in that hospital. 2 other families have lost their babies that I built relationships with while I was in that hospital. Why does this happen? Not just to Devontae. We're special, but we're not that special. Cancer don't discriminate, okay? Don't discriminate. What? Don't discriminate. You want to look for a fucking DEI poster child, throw cancer there. They're diverse, inclusive, okay? Equitable. I don't know how we would frame that for the cancer part, but well, yes, it will actually. It is. Cancer does not discriminate. Why? And I mean, my son was 17, a child was 8, and another one was 2, about to be 2. Like, come on, why does this happen? Why does this happen? And they can't say God had a better plan or a greater purpose. What? We say things so much. We're so conditioned to say, I send my condolences. What does that even mean? Like, send it back. You get what I'm saying? Send it back. Send it back. But then I say it to other people. Because you just don't. What do you say? We're so conditioned. But when you go through it, when you're going through this level of grief, you're like, what does any of that do for me? What does any of it do? And please tap in. Anybody who's lost someone, be real. Tap in. What has comforted you for real? I want it. I need it. And like I said, I was still very heavily reading my scriptures, everything like that, after Devontae passed, trying to. But I wasn't finding comfort in any of it. That's why I stopped. It was not bringing me the same comfort I once had before. The comfort I had the whole time we was in the hospital. The comfort I had the whole time on my faith journey. The whole comfort I had the whole time while I sought God in 2012 and got baptized. Like, something is broken now. And personally, I say trust. God, I'm not sure if I'm trusting you right now, or if I can trust you right now, because there is nothing I wanted more in my life than my son to live, for my son to be healed. There's nothing I've prayed for harder in my life. There's nothing I fasted for. There's nothing I've turned away from the most challenging things in my life to ensure that I was giving it all to God. Let me be a sacrifice for my son for him to live. You get what I'm saying? I'll sacrifice whatever I have to sacrifice for my son to live. Give it all. I don't want nothing else in this life. So now it's like when I wake up each day and what do I want? I want nothing for real. I don't. I would be lying to you guys right now if I said I wanted anything for real. I was on buy tickets today for SZA and Kendrick Lamar. You know how many times I went to my checkout and canceled? I'm so indecisive now. I've never been so indecisive in my friggin' life. If I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. But I'm like constantly. Because it's like, I don't want nothing for real. What I want, I can't have. So now everything else is just secondary. It don't even matter. It holds no weight. So then what do I come to you with for, God? There's nothing else I want. My life? What is my life now? What is it? Like, hey, man, let me talk Tuesday. Let me talk Tuesday. This is the content you're going to get on Tuesday. I'm going to find something to talk about, and I'm just going to go in. And it's going to get raw. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get real. But it's going to always be real. It's always going to be real because I'm trying to make sense of this. And I want to go to God and talk to him. But my trust for him has changed. I'm questioning if it's something I truly believe or something I'm conditioned to believe. Like, all these feelings that I'm fighting through, on top of my grief, it's just exhausting. I go through 6 personalities before I make it to any destination that I show up to. 6 is a minimum. But I like even round numbers, so we're just going to say 6 personalities before I get to anywhere. Anywhere. I'm exhausted all the time. And even when I'm smiling, best to believe I am counting in my head how long I'm holding that smile. Because it's for you guys more than it is for me. Because if I walked around how I truly feel, I'm not going to be this light that everybody wants to always compliment me on. You're such a light. Oh, you're so strong. Look at you. Like, you are who you are. That's why even in your son's, somebody had told me that. Like, you are who you are. Like, she said something like, you are truly light. You are who you are. Because even in your son's passing, your light still shines. And it was beautiful words. But it also made me feel like crap. Because I'm like, damn, I'm putting on for y'all so hard, y'all don't even know. Because it is dark over here, bro. It is dark. It is dark. And yet so many people still see light. I don't even know how that's possible. Maybe Devontae is dwelling in me. Because that boy was light, boy. Okay? My baby was light. But I am struggling with this idea, this new reality that he is gone from me. I am struggling. And I'm not okay. And I want to get to a place that I'm not second guessing my faith. I'm not questioning God. I'm not questioning what I truly believe, or if I've just been conditioned to believe these things. It's out of habit. More so than it's out of a pure, unconditional love and desire and longing. I don't feel that. I feel for 10 months straight, I looked and watched my son deteriorate before my eyes. And I asked God, don't drag it out. That was a prayer. Don't drag it out. Don't give us hope. Don't give us hope if it's not going to be his reality, if it's not going to be his story. 10 months? It's a long time for it to end the way it did. You feel me? And maybe it'll take me 10 months to get to a place that I could even talk to God in a way that shows reverence to who he is. But right now, where I'm at, the fact that I bring up his name is enough. Should be enough. It really should be enough. Like, I want to do an experiment. What would life look like? I don't include him now in anything. Don't act. See, I mean, you know how many relationships I got out of? Because I sought this, I talked to, like, you would have to understand my walk with God to understand why this hurts the way it does. Because when I say I don't hide anything from God, I truly walk with my faith that I'm like, I talk to God like he's standing right in before me. I'm like, I'm just going to tell you what it is. Just straight up. I'm struggling sexually. I talk to God straight up. Like, I don't hide nothing from him. I've always been real. So he knows my deepest fears. Things that I truly, and I've talked to him about it. And he knew my top fear. Devontae leaving this earth before me. That has been that's written in journals. That's written in Bibles that I own. That has always been my top fear. Number one on the list. Me losing my son. Me losing my son. And then becomes my reality, something I wrote about and talked to you about. And then it becomes my reality. I know one thing. My reality still feels like a fucking dream. And I know I've swore twice on this, and I did not want to swear, but twice is pretty good. And I think I was counting. I think it was at least twice. Somebody hop in the comments and if you counted. And I'm not apologizing. I just acknowledging that's something I didn't want to do, I'm doing. But it doesn't seem real. Like, as I talk to you guys, as I drive, it doesn't seem real. Go tap in. Belief or condition. How do you know? How do you discern which is what? Help me understand. Thank you for letting me talk. It's your girl, She Needs No Intro. And this is segment 1 of Let Me Talk Tuesday. Bye.